Vical Hyper's first flyer is a solid start, clocking in at 142.450. They're getting a feel for the track, but there's room to shave off a few more seconds.
Absolutely, Rob. It's all about finding those little tweaks, adjusting the line here, braking a tad later there. Every lap is a learning curve.
Superman has a best lap time of 137.784. Megasaurus 55's first serious lap is in the books with a time of 137.339. Good effort, but I'm expecting them to really push the envelope in the next few laps.
Yeah, it's about building that momentum, Rob. Fine-tuning their approach with each turn, each lap, getting more out of the car and themselves.
It's a bit like looking for water in the outback. These drivers are searching for that sweet rhythm, where everything just clicks.
Spot on. It's that elusive flow state. When everything syncs up, the car, the track, the driver, that's when magic happens.
You know, mate, some folks wonder why these drivers spend so much time in practice. But it's just like prepping a barbie, you gotta get it right before the big show.
Exactly. Rob, practice makes perfect, and in racing, perfect can be the difference between pole position and the back of the grid.
Mike O'Hagan is on their first practice flying lap. Sunrider crosses the line with their first flyer, clocking a 146.400. They're getting to grips with Indianapolis Motor Speedway Indy GP, feeling out its quirks and corners.
It's like the first round of a chess match, Rob. They're making their opening moves, setting up for the later, faster laps where they'll really show their hand.
There's the first flying lap for Vical Hyper, hitting 204.826. It's a start, but they'll be looking to iron out those kinks as they get more laps under their belt.
Right on, Rob. It's early in the session, so there's plenty of time to experiment and find those extra tenths of a second.
Look at O'Hagan go, they're really giving it some jandle now. The first flyer is always a bit of a reconnaissance mission, a mix of caution and raw pace.
You bet, Rob. They're mapping out the track, feeling out the grip levels and getting a sense of how the car is performing today. It's a crucial lap for building confidence.
Megasaurus 55 has a best lap time of 1:36.907. Sunrider posted a 1:41.909 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Jury U posted 1:41.462 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Ever heard the pit crew chat about wheel camber? Sounds like a dance move, but trust me, it's all car talk.
Haha, yeah, camber is the angle of the wheel relative to the road. A bit of negative camber, where the top of the tire leans inwards, can give more grip in the corners. But too much and you're looking at premature wear on the inside of the tire. It's a balancing act, and each track requires its own setting.
Oi, these practices aren't just a walkabout in the park. It's here that races are often won or lost.
Absolutely. Back home in North Carolina, we emphasize the setup. A few tweaks during practice can lead to major gains on race day.
Mike O'Hagan's first flyer is a solid start, clocking in at 1:50.699. They're getting a feel for the track, but there's room to shave off a few more seconds.
Absolutely, Rob. It's all about finding those little tweaks, adjusting the line here, braking a tad later there. Every lap is a learning curve.
Alright, Roby has put down a 1:41.336. It's a decent benchmark, but I reckon there's more juice to squeeze out of that Toyota GR86.
For sure, Rob. It's early days. They're just starting to sync up with the track. We'll likely see those times tumble as they dial in.
Superman has a best lap time of 1:36.830. Cal Hyper's first serious lap is in the books with a time of 1:43.221. Good effort, but I'm expecting them to really push the envelope in the next few laps.
Yeah, it's about building that momentum, Rob. Fine-tuning their approach with each turn, each lap, getting more out of the car and themselves.
Megasaurus 55 crosses the line with their first flyer, clocking a 136.907. They're getting to grips with Indianapolis Motor Speedway Indy GP, feeling out its quirks and corners.
It's like the first round of a chess match, Rob. They're making their opening moves, setting up for the later, faster laps where they'll really show their hand.
There's the first flying lap for the Cal Hyper, hitting 143.958. It's a start, but they'll be looking to iron out those kinks as they get more laps under their belt.
Right on, Rob. It's early in the session, so there's plenty of time to experiment and find those extra tenths of a second.
Puppy Dog from Hell has a best lap time of 140.437. There are just over 15 minutes left in this practice session. Mate, these drivers aren't just burning rubber for the fun of it. They're chasing the ghost, that perfect lap that's always just out of reach.
Absolutely. Back in my racing days, I used to call it chasing the dragon. It's that feeling when you know there's still a little more in the tank, a fraction of a second to be found.
Superman's first flyer is a solid start, clocking in at 137.949. They're getting a feel for the track, but there's room to shave off a few more seconds.
Absolutely, Rob. It's all about finding those little tweaks, adjusting the line here, braking a tad later there. Every lap is a learning curve.
Roby posted a 139.028 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Mike has a best lap time of 138.644. The Cal Hyper posted 140.454 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Imbecile Duke crosses the line with their first flyer, clocking a 140.627. They're getting to grips with Indianapolis Motor Speedway Indy GP, feeling out its quirks and corners.
It's like the first round of a chess match, Rob. They're making their opening moves, setting up for the later, faster laps where they'll really show their hand.
Sunrider's first serious lap is in the books with a time of 138.344. Good effort, but I'm expecting them to really push the envelope in the next few laps.
Yeah, it's about building that momentum, Rob. Fine-tuning their approach with each turn, each lap, getting more out of the car and themselves.
With just 11 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Sunrider has a best lap time of 138.344. In these sessions, they're not just pushing the car's limits, but their own too. Testing their mettle, seeing how far they can go before the big dance.
Exactly. It's a mental game as much as a physical one. Balancing aggression with precision, daring with data. It's an art and a science.
Hey Hal, you reckon these drivers ever get tired of going round and round during practice?
Well, Rob, repetition is the key. Every lap gives you data, insights, and an edge over the competition.
Mike posted a 138.442 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Alright, Jerry Yu has put down a 141.467. It's a decent benchmark, but I reckon there's more juice to squeeze out of that Toyota GR86.
For sure, Rob, it's early days. They're just starting to sync up with the track. We'll likely see those times tumble as they dial in.
Simon Barnes has a best lap time of 2:23.096. The anticipation is high as the drivers line up for the qualifying session at Indianapolis Motor Speedway Indy GP.
The pressure is on to set the fastest lap times, and the tension in the air is palpable.
It's a dominant performance from Mike in this qualification session. They have shown exceptional form and are leading the way. Their confidence is shining through, and they are proving why they are considered one of the best in the business.
I couldn't agree more, Rob. Mike O'Hagan is displaying an exceptional level of skill and confidence. They are in a class of their own and have taken control of this qualification session.
Currently in 4th, Megasaurus 55 has displayed promising speed during the qualifying session. The real test lies in whether they can convert this performance into a higher grid position.
You hit the nail on the head, Rob. Megasaurus 55's current position of 4th is a testament to their skill and determination. Now, they must stay sharp to make the most of this opportunity.
What a sublime effort by Mike in qualifying. They have taken charge of the session, holding the top position with authority. Their consistency and skill have been unmatched so far, and they are positioning themselves for a favorable starting position.
Absolutely, Rob. Mike is making their presence known with their outstanding performance. Their competitors will need to dig deep and find something special to challenge their supremacy.
Mike O'Hagan has completed their outlap. Impressive display by Superman, currently sitting in position 5. They've set a competitive time, but the question remains whether they can push even harder to secure a better starting position.
Absolutely, Rob. Superman has put in a remarkable effort to secure 5th. The competition is fierce, and they'll need to stay focused to defend their position.
Superman has completed their outlap. Mike has positioned themselves well in 2nd during qualifying. The challenge now is to assess their competitors and strategize how to move up the order for a better race start.
I completely agree, Rob. Mike has positioned themselves impressively in 2nd. However, it's crucial for them to keep pushing to potentially improve their starting position.
There are just over 10 minutes left in this qualification session. Megasaurus 55 has just completed the lap in 1:37.515. Their best lap so far is 1:37.515. Putting them in P2, will they be able to hold on to that spot? A solid qualifying performance by Jury Yu, positioning them in 10th at the moment. The question now is whether they can make further progress and challenge the frontrunners. Jury Yu has completed their first flying lap in 1:39.913. What a performance from D-Max. They currently occupy 7th on the grid. Can they maintain this strong position and secure a favorable starting spot? D-Max has just completed a lap in 1:38.414. Let's see if they can improve on the time further. A solid performance from Wayne Pearson as they currently hold position 8. However, with the session coming to a close, they'll need to find that extra bit of speed if they want to move up the grid. A strong showing from Roby as they currently sit in 10th. With the session drawing to a close, they'll need to dig deep and find that extra burst of speed to improve. Roby has just completed that lap in 1:38.987. Their best lap so far is 1:38.987. Putting them in P9, will they be able to hold on to that spot? And there goes Megasaurus 50. Looks like Megasaurus 55 is making a statement, securing a spot in second.
Yeah, Rob, but there's always room for improvement. Smooth, consistent laps might just be the key to climbing even higher before this session wraps up. It may be difficult for them to improve further on that. Sometimes trying too hard makes you slower. They need to drive smooth and smart.
Impressive work from Roby, who has claimed 9th on the grid. Now, the focus is on maintaining their composure and pushing for an even better starting position. Roby has completed their first flying lap in 1:38.472. A tough qualifying session for Chris Ilduke. They're currently mired in 11th position, which is a setback for their ambitions. However, they have the resilience and determination to learn from their mistakes and fight back in the race. Wayne Pearson has secured a respectable 8th in the qualifying session. Can they capitalize on this position and use it as a launching pad for a stronger race performance? It hasn't been the best qualifying session for Chris Ilduke so far. They find themselves in 11th position, which is not where they had hoped to be. However, there's still time left on the clock, and they have the opportunity to make improvements.
You're absolutely
Chris Ilduke has just completed a lap in 1:39.419. Let's see if they can improve on the time further. There are just over 5 minutes left in this qualification session. With Roby now sitting pretty in 5th, they have got to be feeling good.
true, but in the world of racing, good isn't always good enough. They've got to keep their eye on the prize and aim for perfection on every turn. Every fraction of a second counts. I am sure they can find a little extra in there.
Currently in 8th, D-Max has displayed promising speed during the qualifying session. The real test lies in whether they can convert this performance into a higher grid position.
You're absolutely right, Rob. DMAX's current position of 8th reflects their strong qualifying performance. Now, they'll need to strategize and capitalize on this starting position.
It's been a challenging day for Jury U in qualifying. They currently sit in 11th position, which is not reflective of their true potential. With the session nearing its end, they'll need to push hard and extract every ounce of performance to improve their result. O'Hagan has put in a great effort and currently holds fourth. With the session winding down, can they unleash their full potential and improve their starting position?
Great analysis, Rob. Mike has shown excellent pace to secure fourth. Now, the focus shifts to whether they can use their track position to their advantage in the race.
A solid qualifying performance by D-Max, positioning them in 8th at the moment. The question now is whether they can make further progress and challenge the frontrunners.
Spot on analysis, Rob. DMAX has positioned themselves well in 8th. It's now crucial for them to maintain their focus and defend their position in the upcoming race.
DMAX's clocking in at 138.209 isn't turning heads just yet. They're holding on to 7th, but with time running out, it's now or never.
They've got the skill, Rob, but they need to translate that into lap times. It's time to throw caution to the wind and go all out.
Incredible drive by Mike so far, earning him 4th on the grid. However, the competition is fierce. Will they be able to find that extra edge to move up? There's a real buzz in the air as Mike secures 3rd.
Right you are, Rob. They've put themselves in a solid spot, but they can't let up now. Staying smooth and focused is key to shaving off those extra fractions. It may be difficult for them to improve further on that. Sometimes trying too hard makes you slower. They need to drive smooth and smart.
It's an impressive showing by Wayne Pearson, currently in 9th. They've showcased their talent, but will they be able to find those crucial extra tenths of a second to climb higher? Wayne Pearson will be happy having put themselves into 5th in this qualifying session.
Every fraction of a second counts. I am sure they can find a little extra in there.
Mikal Hyper has positioned themselves well in 9th during qualifying. The challenge now is to assess their competitors and strategize how to move up the order for a better race start.
I couldn't agree more, Rob. Mikal Hyper has done a fantastic job to claim 9th. The challenge now is to convert this opportunity into a strong race result.
What a performance from Chris Ilduke. They currently occupy 10th on the grid. Can they maintain this strong position and secure a favorable starting spot?
Absolutely, Rob. Chris Ilduke has shown great potential to secure 10th. It's now a matter of channeling that momentum into a strong performance during the race.
Impressive display by Mike, currently sitting in position 3. They've set a competitive time, but the question remains whether they can push even harder to secure a better starting position. Mike's really showing what they're made of, landing in third during this nail-biting session.
Absolutely, Rob. It's all about precision and nerve in qualifying. Every millisecond can make a difference on the grid. Let's see if they can squeeze out even more speed.
Disappointing performance from Jerry Yu in this qualifying session. Currently in 11th position, they'll need to dig deep and find some extra speed to climb up the leaderboard and secure a better starting position for the race. Jerry Yu might need to rethink their setup. That 139.715 isn't doing them any favors in 11th. Maybe tweaking the downforce for better grip could shave off a few precious seconds.
I agree, Rob. A bit more downforce on those corners at Indianapolis Motor Speedway Indy GP could make a world of difference. But they'll have to be careful not to sacrifice too much top speed on the straights.
With Jerry Yu clocking a 139.715, they've got themselves a mountain to climb, stuck in 11th.
They're not out of the fight yet, Rob, but it's going to take some serious wheel work to make up that gap. The clock's ticking, and they need to make every lap count from here on out.
It's a beautifully calm day here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway Indy GP, as we're getting ready to kick things off.
The tension's building now. This is going to be another great race.
Superman will have the best seat in the house starting from pole position.
The pressure's on now. Can he handle the heat and stay ahead of the pack?
Taking off from the second grid slot is the skilled driver, YOV. And in the third position, it's none other than Mike O'Hagan.
I'm sure Mike will be expecting to bring home solid points from here.
And in fourth place, we have Megasaurus 55.
But they're going to have to be quick out of the blocks if they want to keep up with the top performers.
Wayne Pearson will look to make a splash from the fifth position on the starting grid. Roby has qualified sixth.
They've got the heart of a lion, and they won't back down from a challenge.
Starting from 7th on the grid is a good position for Sunrider to launch an attack.
What can we expect from the German driver?
D-Max is going to be starting from 8th.
But don't count them out yet. They've got the skills to pay the bills.
Sitting in 9th is Chris Ilduke.
They would have liked to be higher up, but that's not going to stop Chris Ilduke fighting their way through.
Starting from the 10th position, Jerry Yu will need to navigate through the field to challenge for the win. Simon Barnes has some work to do from 11th on the grid, but they're not out of the race yet.
We've seen great results from here. What has Simon Barnes got in store for us?
Puppy Dog from Hell will need to be on top of their game, starting from 12th on the grid. They're on the move. This ain't just a Sunday drive to Bunnings, mates. Time to find the perfect track and not muck about.
Staying out of trouble in these early moments is crucial. It's a fine line between pushing hard and staying safe.
As we watch the drivers fight it out in the first lap, I can already feel that this is going to be an epic race. Our third place starter for today's race is none other than YOV. Increasing the gap to YOV.
Superman is holding the fort pretty darn well, making it a long haul for YOV to reel them in.
You know, back in Oz, we have a saying, flat out like a lizard drinking. That's exactly what Superman is doing right now.
I've always wondered, what's that even mean? Lizards, drinks, racing? Y'all have a wild imagination down under.
We've got an edge of your seat battle between Superman in first and YOV in 2, with just 0.7 seconds between them.
The way Yov's chasing, you'd think Superman took the last piece of Grandma's apple pie. Which, for the record, I did once. Still got the scar.
If O'Hagan can keep this up, they deserve a cold one after the race.
Agreed. It may be the sweet taste of victory, or help ease the loss. You ever tail someone to a secret fishing spot? Feels like YOV sees Mike O'Hagan as the catch of the day.
The tension is palpable. Who will come out on top in this epic showdown? This is what racing is all about. Two fierce competitors pushing each other to the limit.
And the drivers know it too, Rob. They're giving it everything they've got, and you can see them pushing the limits of the car's capabilities.
Seems like Roby is getting in range of Wayne Pearson.
They need to keep it on the black stuff. You don't get points for driving over weeds, not in this game.
Megasaurus 55 wants to get into YOV. Slipstream. This is where legends are made. Which driver will rise to the occasion and claim victory? It's looking good for Roby, who has gained places and put some distance between themselves and Wayne Pearson.
Absolutely, Rob. But there's still a long way to go in this race, and Robbie can't afford to get complacent. They have to keep driving with intensity and focus. Did we just witness a gambit?
It seems Roby is recalibrating, now at 11th.
We've seen Robbie in such situations before. A temporary descent, but always with an eye on the bigger picture.
It's going to be tough. Roby is a master at defending their position. Is there enough time for Simon Barnes to make a move? They're going to be even more determined to hold on to that position.
Now that's what I call defending territory. Robbie is marking that asphalt like it's their grandma's secret apple pie recipe.
Things are getting spicy as O'Hagan is breathing down Superman's neck. The gap? Mate, you couldn't slide a credit card between them.
You can feel the intensity in the air. The slightest mistake could cost either of them the race.
You reckon Jury U's rearview is just filled with Chris Ilduke now?
Oh, without a doubt. That's a sight no driver wants in their mirrors.
Wow, Mike is really pushing hard to catch up to Superman. There's blood in the water for first place. Someone should tell Superman this ain't a Sunday drive. Mike's tearing up the track. Superman seems to be putting the pressure on Mike.
Rubbing is racing. Let's hope they don't rub it too hard.
Oof, Roby misjudged the corner like I misjudged my last relationship. Too fast, too soon. The action is non-stop as Vical hyper shadows Simon Barnes through every twist and turn, determined to claim 12th.
The chase between Vical Hyper and Simon Barnes is like a high-speed game of tag only. The stakes are much higher.
It's a thrilling pursuit as Superman is right behind Mike, keeping the pressure on for first place.
This is the moment where legends are made. These drivers will go down in history as the ones who fought tooth and nail for the top spot.
Look at the way the drivers are hugging those corners, it's like they're on rails.
Speaking of rails, did you know that the first racetrack was built on a railway in 1896? I bet those drivers were chugging along.
Haha, I bet they were. But things have come a long way since then, haven't they?
Definitely. It's amazing to think about the technology that goes into these cars now. I mean, they have more computing power than some countries.
No room for error here. Superman is breathing down the neck of Mike, waiting for the perfect chance to make their move. Good news for Superman, the gap to Mike has decreased. Breaking update. Oh, Simon Barnes went off track? I know the feeling, just like my diet every weekend.
Lord have mercy. Simon Barnes must have seen a ghost or thought they spotted Bigfoot. That was one wild turn.
Buckle up, Yoff is all over Superman like a cheap suit. Are we about to see some wheel-to-wheel action? This is what high-octane racing looks like. Superman is breathing down the neck of Mike, not giving him any room to relax.
You know, Rob, I wouldn't put it past Superman to pull a rabbit out of the hat in this duel. Keep those eyes peeled.
Crikey, Superman's moving up faster than a cold one disappears on a hot day. They've clinched first. It's an intense battle for position as YOV tries to outmaneuver Mike. This is edge-of-your-seat racing. It's all eyes on this battle as Mike O'Hagan in second tries to hold off the challenge of YOV.
I've seen close racing, but this is another level.
Oh, it's like a good old game of footy. every inch is contested. A commanding performance from Mike O'Hagan, who has increased their lead over YOV, putting them firmly in their rearview mirrors. But could they be pushing too hard? As with that comes the risk of overconfidence and losing control. Who will be the first to get too cocky and end up in the wall? Yoff is trying their best, but can't seem to find the pace to keep up with O'Hagan at the moment. This is like the state of origin for Mike, going full tilt, gunning for the top, and not holding back.
And on my end, it's the Super Bowl vibes all over. Inches away from glory, and every move counts. Hold on to your hats, folks. This is racing at its finest.
By crikey, Mike O'Hagan's lap time is like a cold beer on a hot day, absolutely smashing. Superman, you need a moment to recover? The way these cars grip the track is incredible. It's all about downforce. They're stuck to it like a piece of gum to the bottom of a school desk.
Now that's an analogy I get, but why's your gum always under the desks?
Mike is locked in, mate. It's like watching a kangaroo chasing down that last bit of green in the outback. Every move is calculated, every turn precise.
You said it, Rob. Over here, it'd be like a quarterback eyeing that end zone in the final seconds. Mike is hungry for that top spot, and you can feel it.
Looking at the lap times, YOV is not on pace with Mike. Can they turn it around? Now, that's what I'm talking about. Roby is proper nipping at puppy dog from hell's heels. Are they thinking of making a lunge? Only time will tell. Alright, Yoff, save some for the rest of us. Putting down laps faster than I go through cold ones on a summer arvo. Stone the crows. Yovi's on fire, surging ahead like there's a free round at the pub waiting. Hello, second.
Absolutely. YOV is really putting on a clinic out there, and they're making it look easy.
Tell ya what, Mike's got more followers right now than I do on Insta. Which, to be fair, isn't saying much.
If YOV gets any closer to the back of Mike, then one of them is going to need some lube if they want to take this further.
Oi, Mike, no time for a smoko break. Yovi's tearing up the track like it's the end of the world.
Well, Mike's got their britches in a twist. YOV is riding the gravy train with biscuit wheels, I tell ya.
We've certainly seen some of the drivers get it wrong today.
Anyone lost can just follow the trail of skid marks. I hear it's the latest form of GPS navigation.
Let's hope the other drivers don't follow suit. We might end up with a bumper car race instead of a high-speed competition.
At least we'd have something to fall back on if we ever get bored of regular racing. Bumper cars might be the next big thing.
You can feel the rumble from here. Mike's in the thick of it, and they're not letting go. It's a battle of wills, and only the strongest will come out on top.
Yeah, it's like the final lap of the Daytona 500. Pedal to the metal, eyes on the prize, and no room for error. This is what racing's all about.
Yoff is on a charge. Their split time shows they have upped their pace. Mike's in an exciting position at second. They've been maintaining pace for a few laps now, and with the leader just within a whisper's distance, things are heating up.
Absolutely. I think you would say it's tighter than a kangaroo in a sleeping bag up there. But yeah, every little decision now is crucial. One slip from the leader and our champ in second might just steal that top spot.
Great driving from YOV, who has just gained a place and moved up to second.
That's what we like to see. YOV is really showing their class today.
I tell you, mate, the tech in these cars would outshine any gizmo you'd find in a Sydney cafe.
As long as it doesn't make my morning coffee, I'm good. But yeah, the tech here is like something out of Silicon Valley.
Hang on to your cork hats, mates. We're about to see more jousting than a footy final between Mike and YOV. It's a tense battle for position between YOV in second and Mike O'Hagan in free. Yoff is keeping Mike O'Hagan at bay with a gap of 0.4 seconds.
It's an intense battle between two skilled drivers, and YOV in second is doing everything they can to keep Mike behind them. The slightest mistake could cost them a position, so they need to stay focused and stay on their game.
Blimey, Mike's shifted gears and the results are clear, cruising up to second just like that. Yoff wants to find a way round Mike.
There is no room for error in this battle.
It's neck and neck, the closest battle we've seen in a while. Whoa, Roby's on fire, leaving skid marks and Chris Ilduke's hopes behind.
Yes, but Robbie can't rest on their laurels. They have to keep pushing to consolidate their position.
Yoff is not able to keep their pace consistent. So far they are 2.14 seconds down.
Can YOV refocus and start putting in the lap times we know they're capable of?
Hey, Roby, if Jury U gets any closer, you might need to pop the question. The last time I did that, she said, actually I can't tell you because of the court order.
Robbie needs to get the lead out, Rob, otherwise their backside is going to look like the Japanese flag come morning.
You know, Chris Ilduke, if you were any slower, you'd be going backwards. But good on ya for making Puppy Dog from Hell work for it. Oh crikey, pal, Chris Ilduke just got outfoxed and Puppy Dog from Hell's taking the chockies.
That's like swapping sweet tea for moonshine. A change nobody saw coming.
Remember the days when manual gear shifting was the norm? It's all so computerized and sleek now.
Oh, the memories. But I must admit, I do admire the finesse of today's paddle shifters. Gives me a whole new level of appreciation for the blend of man, machine, and tech.
The gap between Chris Ilduke and Puppy Dog from Hell is razor thin as they vie for 10th in this nail-biting contest.
You know what they say, keep your friends close, and your racing rivals even closer. Looks like Chris Ilduke is taking that advice to heart today.
Oi, Chris Ilduke's chassis balance is on point today. They're handling bumps and curbs smoother than a croc sliding into water. Puppy Dog from Hell's got a battle ahead. It seems like YOV is pushing. They are on for recording their best lap so far this race. Oh no, what's this? Talk about going walkabout on the track. Chris Hill Duke's off on a little bush adventure at Indianapolis Motor Speedway Indy GP, aren't they? Alright, hold your horses. Sunrider is really putting the heat on Wayne Pearson. If I were Wayne Pearson, I'd be checking those mirrors non-stop.
As an experienced driver, I can tell you that Sunrider must be laser focused on Wayne Pearson's every move, looking for the slightest weakness to exploit.
Big gains for Sunrider as they move up the field, leaving Wayne Pearson behind. It's a game of inches now as Puppy Dog from Hell tails Chris Hill Duke closely, ready to capitalize on any mistake. Hold on to your hats. Roby is gunning for Jury U. Reckon we might see some cheeky moves on the next bend? The intensity is off the charts as Puppy Dog from Hellhounds Chris Hill Duke, both drivers pushing themselves to the absolute limit. It's like David versus Goliath out there. Puppy Dog from Hell just slung a stone and gained ground, while Chris Hill Duke is left searching for footing.
Talk about turbocharged ambition. Puppy Dog from Hell's got the afterburners on full blast today.
Alright, lads and ladies, it's crunch time. Chris Hill Duke is sniffing around Puppy Dog from Hell like a dog with a bone. And it looks like they might just take a bite out of 10th. It's a close race between Jury U and Roby in 8th. A great pass for Jury U as they pick off other drivers and move up the field. Meanwhile, Roby has lost ground. This is what it's all about, folks. Roby is in hot pursuit of Jury U, who's just trying to stay ahead. We got a close battle as Chris Hill Duke closes in on Puppy Dog from Hell.
And it's not just about skill and talent. It's about who has the nerves of steel to handle the pressure and make the right decisions at the right time.
The race is really heating up. Yoff is hunting down Mike with everything they've got. Chris Hill Duke has the pedal to the metal chasing Puppy Dog from Hell.
I might have said this before, but dog, bone, you know the rest.
It's a brilliant day for racing, and the drivers are putting on a show.
Absolutely. What a great race we are witnessing today. These drivers are giving it their all, and it's a thrill to watch them compete at this level.
They're really pushing themselves and their machines to the limit, and it's paying off with some incredible driving.
It's a pleasure to be here today, Rob. You really can't beat the excitement of a good race, especially one as competitive as this.
This is where the true champions shine, and Superman is certainly showing their class in the final sector. And there it is. Superman has completed the race in first place, setting a blistering pace that none of the other drivers could match.
That was a true masterclass in driving from Superman. You could see them making split-second decisions with total confidence, and it really paid off. What a performance.
What a fantastic race from Mike, who brings it home in second place. That was an outstanding performance from YOV. They fought hard and took the final spot on the podium. Megasaurus 55, Sunrider, Wayne Pearson, and D-Max end in 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Jury U take 8th. Taking 9th is Roby. 10th sees Puppy Dog from Hell. Chris Duke brings home 11th. In 12th, it's Simon Barnes. It's a beautifully calm day here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway Indy GP, as we're getting ready to get things underway. Starting in pole position gives Wayne Pearson a clear advantage over the rest of the field.
They'll be excited at their prospects for this race.
It's bedlam. It's sardines out there. Gotta watch out or you might end up as road crew.
Precision's the name of the game. It's like trying to thread a needle at full throttle. And these drivers, they're looking to sew up a strong start.
Dingoes and didgeridoos. Wayne Pearson is showing USA what they've got, making every second of these 19 minutes count. That's the spirit, mate. Establishing an early advantage will be crucial to the outcome of this race. It's brilliant to see such a full grid here today. The drivers are jockeying for position. Mike will be looking to get off to a good start and consolidate their position.
You know, sometimes the best strategy is to hold your cards close to your chest. Mike's sitting right there at 5, just watching the field unfold.
Maybe Wayne Pearson got confused and thought this was a leisurely Sunday drive, slipping down the order at the start. Someone must have told Megasaurus 55 this was a parade lap, because they're losing places like they're waving to the crowd. And Megasaurus 55 has just won the place from Mike.
You see, it's moments like these that separate the champs from the chumps. And Megasaurus 55's looking every bit the champ today.
O'Hagan could be looking for a way up the inside of Megasaurus 55. The adrenaline is pumping as Superman gets within striking distance of Wayne Pearson in their race for third.
If this battle ends in tears, it could be like watching a high-speed domino effect, but let's hope they keep it clean and avoid any unplanned games.
Whoa there, Megasaurus 55 is sticking to Jury U like glue. You reckon Jury U's feeling the pressure? Cause I sure would. With a move that's swift, I'd say Megasaurus 55's running on high octane, and maybe a bit of Aussie spirit. It's a battle of wills out there, each driver trying to outsmart and outmaneuver the other. Hold on to your hats, folks. Jury U is right on the heels of Mike, and we're in for a wild ride.
It's a thrilling battle for position as these two drivers give it their all. Who will come out on top? This is racing at its finest.
The pressure is really on for Megasaurus 55 in 5th as Superman is closing in. This is where experience and skill really count. Hang on, as Megasaurus 55 just played their wild card. They're lounging at 6th now. Blimey, Mike might want to check the rear view. Yovi's creeping up like an X on social media. Oh dear, Mike has dropped down to 7th.
That's got to hurt. Mike will be kicking themselves right now.
Wayne Pearson wants to close that gap with Vical Hyper.
And they are poised to capitalize on any mistake, but who's going to make that mistake first?
Wayne Pearson's falling behind Vical Hyper at a rate of knots. They're going to need some serious pedal power to close that gap. I think we just got time for a quick shout out to, oh no, what's this? A strategic misstep perhaps? Wayne Pearson's place has shifted to 7th. The plot thickens. This chase is as intense as a cricket match during the Ashes.
Cricket? I thought that was just a noisy bug. But seriously, it's like Game 7 of the World Series here.
Bloody hell, Yovi's gotta get the wind back in their sails. They're mucking about while Mike's off having a barbie with the lead. Stop the press. Looks like Sunrider's playing in the dirt. Took me back to when I tried rallying in my mum's old sedan. Good times. Expensive repairs.
Well, butter my biscuit. Sunrider took a trip to the weeds. Must have thought they were at a barn dance the way they spun around.
Oh, this is getting intense. Superman is just behind Sunrider.
Mate, if I had $1 for every time Superman looked like overtaken, I'd be sipping mojitos on a beach right now.
The fans are on the edge of their seats. It doesn't get any closer than this.
Remember that time Sunrider made that audacious move on the last lap? Feels like deja vu, doesn't it, Rob?
Things are heating up as Superman closes in on Sunrider. The gap between them is down to practically nothing.
It's a battle for position as Superman tries to make a move on Sunrider.
Oh no, what's this? Well, Roby's decided to give the local wildlife a closer look. I hope the drop bears didn't get to them.
Hot diggity. If Robbie had a banjo, they'd be strumming a sad tune right about now.
It's like watching two predators circling each other, waiting for the perfect moment to pounce. Bloody hell, Yovi's tearing up the tarmac and just snatched fifth. Makes you want to crack a cold one in celebration. It's a tale of two drivers right now, with Roby gaining places and Chris Duke losing them.
Where there's a will, there's a relative.
It's a dynamic landscape out there. Roby's shift to 9th is testament to that.
Well, slap my knee and call it a dance. Robbie's taken a lil sidestep there.
Gee whiz, Yoff, he's breathing down Mike's neck. Wouldn't want to be in Mike's rearview mirror right now. It's getting crowded.
Rob, last time I saw YOV, this riled up. There were sparks flying off the track. Get ready for a showdown.
The tension is palpable. Who will come out on top in this epic showdown?
This battle between Wayne Pearson and Robbie is so intense, you could cut the tension with a knife, or should I say, with a front wing.
Someone's revved up after lunch. Wayne Pearson's blitzed ahead, claiming 9th. Seems like Roby is getting in range of Wayne Pearson. If Roby doesn't pick up the pace, pal, they'll be as relevant as an ashtray on a motorbike. This is what racing is all about. Two fierce competitors pushing each other to the limit.
It's going to be a close one. Robbie will have to push hard to create an opportunity.
Roby's giving it a red-hot go, but can't seem to muster the pace to keep up with Wayne Pearson. It's like chasing a roux on a motorbike. This is where legends are made. Which driver will rise to the occasion and claim victory? Yoff is on a charge. Their split time shows they have upped their pace. Things are getting spicy as D-Max is breathing down Simon Barnes's neck. The gap? Mate, you couldn't slide a credit card between them.
If things go wrong between DMAX and Simon Barnes, they could be exchanging more than just paint, like maybe a strongly worded post-race chat.
Simon Barnes seems to be putting the pressure on D-Max. Hold your breath, folks. Simon Barnes is sandwiched between two relentless competitors, Eddie G 0.1 seconds behind and D-Max 0.2 seconds ahead. They're fighting tooth and nail for every position. Sunrider wants to get into Superman's slipstream.
Do they have the speed for a move, and more importantly, do they have the talent?
What a move. Sunrider has moved up to first.
Hold on to your hats, folks. Sunrider's charging like a bull in a china shop. Welcome to first, cowboy.
I've been going over some historical stats, and the lap records at Indianapolis Motor Speedway Indy GP have been shattered so oh no, what's this?
Someone shook the board?
Seems so. Sunrider's taken a slide, but knowing them, it's just a part of the dance.
Yes, but there's still plenty of race left. Sunrider needs to stay calm and focused, and make their move when the time is right.
Look at that gap. It's smaller than the difference between Vegemite and Marmite at this point. Superman in second is giving the leader no room to breathe.
Mate, it's so close. I reckon Superman can tell what brand of deodorant the leader's wearing. The next few laps are going to be pure, unadulterated racing magic.
Megasaurus 55 wants to find a way round Mike.
They need to keep it on the black stuff. You don't get points for driving over weeds, not in this game.
Sunrider has the pedal to the metal chasing Mike. Well, blow me down. Superman's lap time just gave Sunrider a cheeky slap on the rear. Bet that left a mark. Mate, I've always thought choosing a tyre compound is a bit like choosing your favourite Aussie beer. Do you go for something robust that can last, or something that gives a quick hit but might wear out fast?
Haha. Well, I reckon it's more like our North Carolina barbecue sauces. Some like it sweet and long-lasting, others prefer that quick tangy kick. But I'll tell y'all, getting it wrong is like biting into a pepper when you're expecting a blueberry.
Talk about pressure. Megasaurus 55 is caught in the middle, feeling the heat from both O'Hagan and Superman.
You hit the nail on the head.
Braking development. Whoa, Mike took that corner like my Uncle Baz after a six-pack, all over the shop. Wow, the Cal Hyper is really pushing hard to catch up to Megasaurus 55. There's blood in the water for 5th place. The gap between YOV and Superman is expanding faster than a bull's waistline. It's now a whopping 1.0 seconds. The action is non-stop as Chris Duke shadows Jerry Yu through every twist and turn, determined to claim 9th. You ever ponder how these drivers manage the heat, especially in the tight cockpit? It's hotter than a ruse pouch in midday sun.
Ruse what? I mean, yeah, it's gotta be like driving in Arizona with the heater on, right?
Hold on to your stubbies. Wayne Pearson is closing in on Puppy Dog from hell like a bachelor at the end of a Bucks night. Hold on a moment, stone the crows. Simon Barnes is off in the bush again. Someone get him a map and compass. There's a storm brewing, and it's got Chris Duke's name on it. Jerry Yu, batten down the hatches, it's coming for you.
One important aspect here is choosing the right braking points. Chris Duck needs to be precise to avoid overshooting and losing valuable time.
It seems like Chris Duke is struggling. They are not able to maintain their pace.
Can Chris Duck refocus and start putting in the lap times we know they're capable of?
Sometimes, I feel the strategy behind these races is deeper than a conversation at 3 a.m. in an outback pub.
You're telling me, it's like planning a family reunion in a small southern town. You've got to consider who's coming, who's feuding, and who's gonna cause a ruckus. Then prepare for it all to change in a heartbeat.
It's a thrilling pursuit as Chris Duke is right behind Jerry Yu, keeping the pressure on for 9th place. No room for error here. Puppy Dog from Hell is breathing down the neck of Wayne Pearson, waiting for the perfect chance to make their move. You ever see a croc stalking its prey? That's the energy Sunrider's bringing right now, ready to strike when the moment's right.
Kinda reminds me of a linebacker waiting for that perfect moment to make a game-changing tackle. The anticipation is intense, and Sunrider's not letting up.
Buckle up, Puppy Dog from Hell is all over Wayne Pearson like a cheap suit. Are we about to see some wheel-to-wheel action? Here's the thing about racing, sometimes it's not just about speed. It's about pressure, mind games, and this, right here, is a masterclass from Sunrider. Sticking so close to the leader, making him constantly aware of the imminent threat.
Spot on. It's like a shark circling its prey. The leader knows it, we know it, and by the looks of it, Sunrider is ready for the kill. Someone tell Sunrider this isn't a Sunday Arvo drive to the bottle though. Superman's making him look a bit slow out of the gate. This is what high-octane racing looks like. Puppy Dog from Hell is breathing down the neck of Wayne Pearson, not giving him any room to relax. Fantastic move from Puppy Dog from Hell, who has just gained a position. I tell ya, Puppy Dog from Hell's hotter than a peppered pickle right now. Bold and spicy, claiming 7th like a champ.
You know, mate, I was chatting with some of the pit crew earlier, and they were debating on which tyre compound to use. Hard as deciding between a meat pie and a sausage roll.
Well, back in my Indy days, the choice was as clear as sweet tea or lemonade. But I reckon, here, with these changing conditions, it's more of a gamble.
It's an intense battle for position as Chris Duke tries to outmaneuver Jerry Yu. This is edge-of-your-seat racing. A couple car lengths might not sound like much, but when you've got Vical Hyper breathing down your neck, it feels like a bloody eternity.
Back in my day, when you had someone on your tail, you'd give them the old razzle-dazzle. Sunrider's got that move down pat against Vical Hyper.
In the grand chessboard of racing, Sunrider appears to have just been checked. Now stationed at 6th.
Yes, but they can't give up. There's still plenty of time left in this race, and Sunrider needs to stay focused and keep pushing.
Huge shout out to the admins at Assetto Corsa friends for making this all possible. Without their hard work and dedication, we wouldn't be able to witness this incredible event.
That's right, Rob, and the excitement is palpable. I can feel it in my circuits. I mean, this is the kind of race that people will be talking about in the bar. We're witnessing history in the making.
Now, that's what I'm talking about. Wayne Pearson is proper nipping at Puppy Dog from Hell's heels. Are they thinking of making a lunge? Only time will tell.
At this rate, Wayne Pearson and Puppy Dog from Hell are so close, they could share a cup of tea and a biscuit.
It's neck and neck, the closest battle we've seen in a while.
This is where the mental game comes into play. Who will keep their cool under pressure? Chris Duck or Jord Yu? It's anyone's race.
The gap between Wayne Pearson and Puppy Dog from Hell is razor thin as they vie for 7th in this nail-biting contest. It's game on now. Wayne Pearson has closed the gap to Puppy Dog from Hell. It's now down to 0.4 seconds.
Dang, Wayne Pearson's fuel strategy and conservation of those brakes is spot on. They're inching closer to Puppy Dog from Hell like a hound on a hot dog.
There's no escape now. Chris Duke is breathing fire and has locked onto Jerry Yu's tail.
Well, butter my biscuit. With a gap just shy of a second, Chris Duke's car is dialed in. He's looking to reel Jord Yu in on the straights of Indianapolis Motor Speedway, Indy GP.
Truth, Chris Duke's not here to muck about. The gap to Jerry Yu is dropping faster than a hot pie at the footy, now at 0.4 seconds.
This here's where the steel meets the pavement. Both drivers got to keep their cool if they're looking to take the checkered flag.
Tell me, mate, ever tried doing a burnout in a ute? It's bloody bonza.
A ute? You guys and your funny names. That's just a pickup, right? Trust me, I've burned more rubber than you've had shrimp on the Barbie.
Alright, hold your horses. D-Max is really putting the heat on Roby. If I were Roby, I'd be checking those mirrors non-stop.
Honestly, Rob, with this chase, I'm half expecting to see some sneaky dive bombs in the next few laps. Popcorn ready?
G'day viewers, if you're just tuning in, you've picked a ripper of a moment. Yoff is in second and they're tailgating the leader. This is edge of your seat stuff.
You bet, Rob. It's like the leader's got a drop bear in the rear view mirror, lurking, waiting for that perfect moment to drop. YOV is surely smelling opportunity here.
It's a game of inches now as Wayne Pearson tails Puppy Dog from hell closely, ready to capitalize on any mistake.
Hey Rob, ever seen a cat toy with a mouse? Kind of feels like what Wayne Pearson is doing to Puppy Dog from hell right now, doesn't it?
Wow, Superman is really pushing hard in these final moments of the race.
You got this, keep your cool.
What a win! This is a historic moment for Superman, who put on a masterclass in driving today. What a display of skill and precision.
You can see the sheer determination on Superman's face as they take the win. That's the mark of a true champion, folks.
What a drive from YOV, securing a great second place finish.
Intense race, but YOV held their nerve and earned a great second place.
Excellent focus from Mike to secure a fantastic third place on the podium.
Impressive driving to secure that spot.
Coming in 4th, 5th, and 6th we have Megasaurus 55, Sunrider, and Vikal Hyper. Wayne Pearson and Puppy Dog from Hell claim 7th and 8th. Followed by Jerry Yu and Chris Iljuk in 9th and 10th. D-Max end in 11th. Roby take 12th. With Simon Barnes in 13th.